That sounds like a great plan. Focusing on a high-value DIY fix like headlight restoration is perfect for a long-format learning video. I understand the strict requirements: minimum 2,000 words, the specific formula, a strong, controversial negative hook, a natural, simple voice, and a concise call to action. Here's the full script for the video. This 15-minute DIY fix makes your headlights 400% brighter. The $3 secret that makes your old headlights brighter than new. You've been scammed. Hook 000012. If you drive an older car, you've been lied to. You've heard the mechanic tell you to buy expensive new headlight assemblies. Maybe you've even seen those fancy $50 kits at the auto store. Don't buy them. Stop what you're doing. Those kits, those new lights, they are a complete waste of your money. I'm going to show you a trick today using a $3 item you probably have in your bathroom right now that will make your headlights up to 400% brighter in about 15 minutes. Your night driving is about to change forever. Intro 0x12030. Hey everyone. We're talking about safety today, but mostly, we're talking about saving you a ton of cash. Look at these lights right here. They're foggy, they're yellow. They look like they've been dragged through the desert. This isn't just about how ugly your car looks, this is about safety. Faded headlights are dangerous. They drastically reduce your visibility at night, and they can get you pulled over. The fix is so simple, so cheap, it makes you wonder why the big companies charge so much. Let's get straight into it. Introduce a problem challenge 030-115. The problem is called oxidation. Sounds complicated, right? It's not. Think of the plastic lens on your headlight. The factory puts a clear coat of UV protectant on it, kind of like sunscreen for your lights. Over years of sitting in the sun, that sun protection breaks down. The plastic itself starts to react with the air and the light, and it creates this cloudy, yellow, hazy mess. That haze is blocking about 70 to 80% of the light coming from your bulb. You can put the brightest, most expensive LED bulb you want in there, and it won't help because the lens is acting like a thick, dirty curtain. Now, the main challenge we face is that once this haze starts, it spreads, and every professional solution you see, the sanding discs, the polishing compounds, the big machine buffers, they work, but they are expensive, complicated, and often require a lot of physical effort that most people don't have time for. We are going to completely skip that complicated process and go straight for the simple chemistry. We are going to cheat the oxidation process using something designed to break down tough organic matter. Exploration Development 11519 SAR. The secret item, the one you probably have in your bathroom right now, is toothpaste. Specifically, we want a white paste-style toothpaste, not the gel kind. Why toothpaste? Because toothpaste is a very fine abrasive. It's designed to polish the hard enamel of your teeth without scratching it. This means it is the perfect tool to gently and safely scrub away that top, oxidized, damaged layer of plastic on your headlight, without destroying the good plastic underneath. Step 1. The prep work. Safety. First, before we touch anything, we need to do some basic prep. This whole process from start to finish should take you about 15 to 20 minutes per headlight. But the prep is critical. First, wash the headlight. You need a clean surface. Get a bucket of soapy water and a sponge, just like you would wash the car. We are not trying to scrub the fog off yet. We are just removing the surface dirt, bugs, and road grime. Rinse it off completely. If you skip this step, you'll just be grinding dirt into the lens, which is the last thing you want to do. Second, tape off the area. This is the most important prep step. You are going to be scrubbing, and you do not want the abrasive toothpaste to get onto your car's paint. Even though toothpaste is gentle, excessive rubbing or a strong abrasive will dull your paint. So grab some painter's tape, the blue kind is the best. Run the tape all around the edge of the headlight, making a nice clean border on the fender, the bumper, and the hood. Take your time here. A well-taped light means a quick and safe cleanup later. This might seem like an extra step, but trust me, correcting paint damage is way harder than spending 3 minutes applying tape. Step 2. The application and scrub. The magic happens now for the fun part. Grab your toothpaste. Remember, white paste, not clear gel. The paste contains the tiny abrasive particles we need. You need a good scrubbing tool. Forget the fancy buffer. You have 2 excellent options: a clean cotton rag, or even better, a soft, clean toothbrush. Since we are tackling heavy oxidation, the toothbrush is a fantastic tool because the bristles can get into the tiny surface cracks in the plastic. Squeeze a generous, thick line of toothpaste right across the entire surface of the headlight. Don't be shy. You want enough to cover the whole light when you start rubbing. Now start scrubbing. You need to use firm, consistent pressure. This isn't just wiping, this is polishing. We are gently wearing away the damaged plastic layer. You need to scrub in small circular motions. Do not just go back and forth in one direction. The circular motion ensures you are polishing evenly and not creating grooves or streaks. Keep scrubbing for about 5 to 7 minutes straight. Yes, it feels long, but this is where the work is done. You will notice the toothpaste residue starting to turn a little yellow or brown. That is the oxidized plastic coming off. This is a good sign. You are removing the haze that has been blocking your light for years. Keep the surface moist. If the toothpaste dries out, it stops working as effectively, and you risk scratching the plastic. You can spray a tiny bit of water or use a damp rag to keep the paste moving. Take a break, stretch your arm, and then go back in for another 3 minutes of hard scrubbing. We need to make sure we hit every corner, especially the edges near the tape where the sun damage is often the worst. Look at the light from different angles as you scrub. Are there still cloudy patches? Focus your effort there. Step 3, the rinse and reveal. The proof, the moment of truth. Grab your clean water and a clean rag or microfiber towel. Carefully start wiping and rinsing the toothpaste residue away. You must rinse it all off. Toothpaste, if left behind, will dry into a white, crusty mess. As you wipe the water away, pay attention to the clarity of the plastic. The first time you do this, the difference is shocking. That foggy yellow tint should be gone, replaced by a smooth, clear, and shiny surface. It should look like a brand new lens. The reason it looks so clear is that you have just effectively wet sanded the surface with an ultra-fine abrasive, smoothing out all the microscopic pits and valleys that were scattering the light and making it look hazy. Dry the light completely with a clean, dry cloth. Take the tape off slowly and admire your work. You have just spent less than 10 minutes and a few cents worth of toothpaste to achieve a professional-level restoration. Step 4. The crucial follow-up. Don't forget this. This step is the most critical part of the entire process, and this is where almost everyone messes up. If you stop right now, your light will look amazing for about 2 weeks, and then the haze will come back even faster and worse than before. Why? Remember that UV protectant layer we talked about earlier? The one the factory put on? You just scrubbed it off. The toothpaste removed the oxidized layer, but it also removed the last bits of the protective coating. Your plastic is now raw, exposed, and completely defenseless against the sun. It will oxidize again incredibly fast. You absolutely must replace that protective layer. And again, you don't need a fancy kit. You need a product that creates a clear, durable barrier against the sun. The best and cheapest product for this is a simple automotive liquid wax or sealant, the same stuff you use on your car's paint. Apply a thin layer of the wax sealant over the entire freshly cleaned headlight. Let it haze over for a few minutes, following the directions on the product, and then buff it off with a clean microfiber towel. This wax acts as your new UV protection. It seals the raw plastic, protecting it from the sun, the air, and the road grit. You should reapply this wax every 3 to 4 months, just like you wax your paint. This small step is the difference between a permanent fix and a temporary waste of time. Do this, and your headlights will stay crystal clear for years. Deeper dive, the science of light and safety. Let's talk briefly about why this is so important beyond just saving money. When your headlight is foggy, the light coming from the bulb hits those tiny, rough imperfections on the surface. When light hits a rough surface, it doesn't go straight out onto the road. It scatters in every direction. This scattering creates that hazy glow you see around your headlights, and it dramatically reduces the amount of focus light that actually hits the pavement. A clear lens focuses the light into a strong, straight beam. A hazy lens creates a weak, scattered mess. The difference in light output measured in lux can be over 400% brighter after restoration. You're not just making your car look better. You are dramatically increasing your nighttime visibility and reaction time, making you a much safer driver. Think of your friend Sammy, the savior of everyone. He would definitely want you driving around with the clearest possible visibility. This is a safety issue first and foremost. Advanced options for extreme oxidation. Now, for those of you whose lights are so bad they feel rough like sandpaper, the toothpaste trick might not be enough on its own. If you have extremely heavy, years-old deep oxidation, you might need a little more aggressive start. You can grab some wet, dry sandpaper from any hardware store. You want to start with a very fine grit, like 800 grit, and work your way up to 1000 grit and then finish with 2000 grit. You must use water. Always keep the sandpaper and the lens wet. This is called wet sanding. Wet sanding is basically step 2, but with a much stronger abrasive. You are removing a thicker layer of damaged plastic. Once you are done with the 2000 grit paper, the lens will look cloudy, but it will feel smooth. At this point, the toothpaste trick becomes your final polish. The toothpaste acts as an ultra-fine 3000 grit or 4000 grit polish, taking the smooth but cloudy surface left by the sandpaper and making it crystal clear. So for the worst cases, it's a three-part process: sand and toothpaste polish, UV sealant wax. But for 80% of cars, the toothpaste is all you need. This method, whether you use the basic toothpaste or the advanced sanding technique, proves that you don't need expensive equipment to solve common car problems. You just need to understand the simple chemistry and physics of what is happening to the plastic. It's a quick, high-reward DIY that anyone can do in their driveway. Climax key moment 19 and 2030. We've done the science, we've done the scrubbing. I want to show you the side-by-side. Look at this before shot again. See the yellow cloudy mess? Now look at the finished side. It's like a new car. Here's the real test. It's dark now, and we've put the restored car next to one that hasn't been fixed yet. On the old foggy headlight, you see a weak, scattered glow that barely reaches the end of the driveway. On the light we just restored with toothpaste and wax, you see a sharp, focused beam that cuts through the darkness. The light is focused, it's intense, and it's projecting far down the road. You can see the difference in the light's shape and color. It's sharper, wider, and about 4 times as effective. This proves the point. You don't need to spend $300 on new lights. You need $3 worth of materials and 20 minutes of your time. You have just unlocked 400% more light from your existing bulb, and you did it all yourself. That is the power of a simple DIY fix. Conclusion summary 2030-2115. So let's quickly recap the steps to keep those lights bright for years. Prep. Wash the light and tape off the paint meticulously. Polish. Use white paste toothpaste on a rag or toothbrush and scrub aggressively in circular motions for about 10 minutes, keeping it wet. Reveal, rinse, and dry completely. Protect. Apply a coat of automotive wax or sealant immediately to replace the lost UV protection. Reapply that wax every few months. This simple process bypasses the overpriced kits and complex machinery. It saves you money, makes your car look better, and most importantly, makes your car safer to drive at night. Don't let your headlights blind you to what's possible with a little DIY effort. Call to action 2115-2125. If you want more cheap car fixes that actually work, subscribe to the channel right now.